Hey everybody, it's Rob, KG7LMI, and in this video we're going to go over how to do a PC GoKit update. So why would you want to do an update? Well, relative to a full release, this goes much faster. And just like Windows Update, where Windows Update will update the operating system itself and leave all your personal files and programs in place without changing them, the PC GoKit update does exactly the same thing. So if you've initialized your GoKit and put your own settings files and executables and manuals, etc. on it, all of that is untouched. All we do is change the content of the GoKit itself. So as a result, this hardly takes any time at all to execute, and you don't have to go over the usual initialization process. Now, a quick word of warning here is the update only knows how to update the previous release. So there could be multiple updates in a given year, and you have to apply each of them sequentially in order to be able to get to the latest release. So if this is the first update we've done during the year, you don't have to worry about it. But if we have 2 or 3, then you'll have to apply each of them if you haven't already done so. So assuming you've done that and you've got the latest release of the GoKit, just get your flash drive out and put it in your computer, and I'll walk you through how to do that process. Now I have to apologize on this video. I'm doing it on my laptop when I'm not at home, and I don't have my desktop microphone, which is excellent, and I'm using the best audio that I can to get this done. So hopefully you can hear it all, and if there's an issue, I can go back and add subtitles to it if really necessary. But hopefully you can understand it all. So get your flash drive out with the last release of the GoKit, and let's get started.
All right, so I've got my flash drive inserted into my laptop, and as you can see, it's showing up my desktop here. This version is one prior to the release I'm going to download and install today, so that's what you have to have on your GoKit in order to make this process work. I mentioned one of the benefits was that any files or programs, etc., you have installed on the GoKit will be preserved. So just to show you that, I'm going to go to Documents, Personal, and you can see I've got a bunch of radio programming files here. So these will all be here when we're done. I'll go back and show you. Any documents you add anywhere in the GoKit doesn't have to be just that folder. It could be anywhere else, and none of those will be changed. So the only thing the update is going to do is change files that are part of the GoKit release itself. Anything else is not affected at all. So let's start by downloading the GoKit. So I'm going to go to k7yca.org. You guys should know by now the way to get here is go to Members, PC GoKit. I'm already there. So I'm going to click on PC GoKit files. Okay, so now a bit of a caveat here. So I'm recording this before the new release is out. So that means it's stored in the beta folder. So pay no attention to the man behind the curtain here, because you will not go to the beta folder to get this. The files you need will be showing up right here where I'm moving my mouse right now. And you'll just pick the one that says update. The previous release didn't have one, so you don't see one there. So ignore the fact that I'm going to beta, which is where they happen to be. This will be empty, so if you go to beta and it's empty, you know why. You're not supposed to be there. So go to the flash drive for MCOM folder where the release will be stored. So as you can see, I've got a full release, an update, and a README here. So we're not going to do anything with the full release today. We've already covered that in the previous video, but notice that it is substantially larger than the update. So that's probably the big benefit of the update. Downloads quickly, installs quickly, and it's very lightweight. So this is the file we're going to be downloading. If you want the written instructions and all the other information that describes what's new in the GoKit and all the information about personalizing it, et cetera, that's all in the README version. So you can download that, follow along in this video. You can just download it and follow those instructions, or follow this video, whatever you're comfortable with. So you're either going to download this file and or this file. So preference is up to you. So for this video, I'm just going to download the GoKit update. So we're going to click on that, and then it's going to ask me, do you really want to download it? Yes. Okay, so now we just select the location we want to save it, say save, and you can see, wow, it's downloaded already. So we're just going to go to the folder, and here is what we need to run. So let me get this a bit smaller and get it out of the way. See, GoKit update, and all I'm going to do is double click this. Now, Because this is an executable file, you're going to get this warning. We don't have the ability to sign the executable, which is what Windows wants. So you'll get this and say, hey, I don't know if this is legit or not. So just trust us, it is. We've scanned all the files and everything. There's no viruses on here. And Mike never let any viruses on my PC to begin with. So don't worry about this. Just go ahead and click more info, and then you'll get the Run Anyway button will appear. If for whatever reason you want to double check that file, you can always run this file here through whatever your virus scanning software is if you want to be extra sure. Okay, so now the installer has started and it's asking me for a drive letter. So just as in the full update, we have to go back and look at where the drive is inserted to decide, or find out rather, where it is. So in this case, it's in F, as you can see right here. I'm just going to go over here and type the letter F. That can be upper or lowercase, doesn't matter. And then I press enter. Now the first step it's going to do is delete the old files, so you can see those commands that it's running right here. 1515 complete. Skip nothing, that's good. And now it is doing the larger and longer step, which is installing all the new and changed files. So we're going to let that run until that finishes. Okay, so it finished installing those files. I've got the message here, everything is okay, which is good, obviously. Don't see it. The key thing is we don't see any error messages up in here. That says successfully completed and didn't skip any archive informations. So everything is good here. In order to finish this, just like with the full install, I need to type exit. If I don't do that, then I could get a warning about the program not installing correctly. I'm going to hit exit. Close this window, minimize this, and get back to the desktop. So it may look like nothing happened because the GoKit still has the same number. And just like with the full release, we've got to eject it first so that it can read that information back in. So I'll show you yet a third way to eject a flash drive. You can just select the flash drive and then just click this eject button up here. Okay, so it says safe to remove hardware. I will pop that out, back in, there we go. And now you can see we've got 240608, which is the new release. So let's go over to the Documents Personal folders. And you can see those are all still there. So that is it. It's really that simple. The purpose, again, of having these updates is so we can make minor changes during the course of the year. So there may be another one following this one. We don't know. But as you can see, they're pretty simple to install and not very much you need to do besides just point it at the flash drive and run it. So that's it for the instructions. So if you have any questions, please give me a call and we'll see you in the next video.